I just blew one of my clients' minds today with a little bit of hamstring work, and I wondered if you needed it too. So he came in and he said, look, you know me, you know my history, I've always had a bit of an issue with my hamstring. You've taught me stretches, you've taught me what to do to load it, it's just not working and I don't know what to do. So we had a good look and we looked at not just how he stretches, strengthens and exercises, but how he sleeps, how he sits at his desk, and how he stands. 3 major things. So first of all, how he sleeps is curled up in a ball with both of his knees bent, including the hamstring that's tight. You need to lengthen that hamstring as often as possible, and you're sleeping hopefully for 6+ hours a night. So 6+ hours of that hamstring being tight, we've got to try and straighten it out. So we tried to find ways that we could put pillows, supports in place to stop him bending that hamstring quite as much during the night. And so, second one, how he was sitting when he was at work. So this one was an interesting one. He came to me and he was sitting down, he had a left tightness in his hamstring, and he's like this, tucking his foot underneath him, just that one. Now what do you think about that? So he is clearly releasing any pain in that left hamstring by shortening the hamstring even further. If it was out and matching the right hamstring, he might feel a pull, a tension that obviously his brain thinks is unsafe, so it makes him tuck his foot underneath him to keep it shorter. Now that is permanently keeping it shorter, and that is no good for if you want it to get back to a normal range of motion. So we've worked on trying to creep that foot further forward, have something slide under his desk so that he can move the leg forward and back and get some blood flow into the hamstring, but mostly be aware of how he's sitting. Have a look down and then correct. So the next one was how he is standing. Now this one is an interesting one that I've shown lots of people. So he is a man. Lots of men actually have a posterior pelvic tilt. So can you see that it tilts? So imagine your pelvis being a bucket of water and you're tilting the bucket so water sloshes out the back. So what happens, look at my knees. If I tilt my pelvis, my knees bend. Knees bent means your hamstring isn't at a relaxed, long position. So if I get him to straighten his knees, lengthening through the pelvis, it actually corrects his little tilt of the pelvis too. So look at it again. So if I just go to straighten my knees, it helps my pelvis stand upright. So that was the 3 things: sleeping, sitting, and standing. 3 major positions that everybody goes through in their daily life, but these are the unconscious positions, the unconscious habitual ways that you're using your body that is reinforcing those tightnesses, those pains, those aches. So have a look at what you're doing during your day and see if you can make any changes.